Artillery support time. I'm out of the North, Andrew Reese. And if you've watched this show before, you may not know who this is, but this is my wife, Michelle Reese, who actually produces and edits the show after I go off the air. Sometimes I do it, but for the most part, my wife will do some editing on the show. So we're here today because it's the 2024 European Championship. And we have a great divide when this tournament begins. As you can see behind us, we have an Italy flag and we have a Portuguese flag. My family is from Italy, Sicily specifically, and Michelle's family is from Portugal. You don't want to tell them specifically where, so they have a nice backstory.
Azores people.
Azores people. Okay, so when soccer comes, it gets quite ugly here. Thank goodness, since we've been married, which is what, 18 years now?
No, we've been together 18 years in October.
Yes.
It's been 14 years in March.
Yes. Okay.
Jesus, where have we been?
We've been together 18 years.
Yeah.
Portugal and Italy have never faced each other in this entire time we've been together. As my Portuguese friends will point out, something always happens to prevent it. And I always say it's because they don't want us killing each other.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy to stop the bloodbath.
Right. So even though they don't know about us in Toronto, we're as bad as European fans sometimes down here when Italian and Portuguese meet, as well as other fans. So we're going to call this episode European Championship Smackdown.
Marriage.
Marriage Smackdown.
Marriage.
Okay. This is episode 1. We'll see how long it goes. But speaking of how long it goes, we're recording this after Italy, and I mean barely, and I mean squeaked by Croatia in their third game of the tournament to earn a draw and advance to the next round as a second place team. They scored in the 98th minute.
Less than 30 seconds.
It was probably the last kick of the game as after the goal went in, the whistle went immediately. We had a guy named Sakanya score his first ever international goal from California, and a beautiful strike into the top corner. I went crazy and almost killed her daycare kids. And
he gave everybody a heart attack. Even right. I jumped. You would think you guys won the cup at this point. But I guess if I was barely eking by, I would celebrate too, knowing that if my team were to lose completely, my wife would never stop razzing me.
Yes.
Which I still think, like, you gotta tie.
So
you gotta tie.
So basically, we're the defending champions, and my wife doesn't like it very much. Now,
hold on a second. Before we get into that, I will again bring up the fact that the guys who won previous cups, most of them are not on the team for the last European, and none of them are on the team for any of those World Cups you guys talk about. So when we talk about soccer, everybody wants to talk about previous cups. Let's be honest here, people. It's about who's on the field right now, what's happening, and your team played like shit today.
Yeah. So basically, I'm going to talk about the game a little bit, and then we're going to get into Portugal. But today's game, and I'll talk about the previous ones as well. Today's game, Italy started off great, about 30 minutes of really good pressure, a couple of misses, looked like they were on the front foot, and then they just sat back looking for the draw. And then, Croatia had a penalty saved by Donnarumma, who's been our best player by a country mile, the goalkeeper for Italy. About 30 seconds to a minute later, Modric scores, and the story begins. You think everyone's crying. It's his last World Cup. They're about to win the game. Italy comes on with pressure after, and we get the tying goal in the last kick of the game. We advance.
Hold on. Excuse me. Did we watch the same game? They played well in the beginning. No.
You didn't watch the first half, okay? You didn't watch the first half.
Excuse me. Do you know what I saw? I saw them fighting for their lives. I saw Croatia running, and the Italian players are holding them, trying to slide their legs forward because their legs too short to touch the ball, and they're a foot from the ball, okay? I saw your guys passing to the air. There was nobody there. Sloppy passing. They weren't even passing to each other. There was invisible players on Italy, apparently. Okay? You guys got lucky. It was a perfect setup, and it was a gift from God.
I agree with my wife on this. We did get lucky. But we did earn the draw and we moved on to the next round. Now we play Switzerland in the next round.
You're dead.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Switzerland almost beat Germany. Shout out to Brian Kramer out there.
I love
Your team was very, very lucky to beat Switzerland or tie Switzerland. So they move on. So we know Italy will play Switzerland. That will be a tough game. We'll get into that a little bit later. But you see, we talked about the Italian side. We beat Albania and we lost to Spain. There's not much to say about my team. They're not as good as they were in the last Euros.
Not as good as my
They're
team.
scraping by, and my hope is they can get by Switzerland and maybe play France and get destroyed then. But we'll see what happens. Now, let's go to Portugal.
Yeah.
Now, Portugal, as I've said on the preview show, for those of you who watched with Tony Barbosa and Jose, are in a joke of a group. They're in a group of minnows. Georgia, Czech Republic.
I love how you have to diminish it by saying that.
So I said,
as if those countries have nothing of merit.
Like, I said, this is going to be an easy group for Portugal. Oh, however, in the first game, your team got very lucky.
Excuse you.
Down 1-0.
Excuse me.
An own goal tied the game. And then you had a bounce to get the second one.
I swear to God, you will sleep on the couch tonight. Listen to me. First of all, I will admit, our first game was not impressive.
You were not happy.
Even I, as a fan,
you were not happy.
I didn't feel it. But let us give credit where credit is due. Unlike your team, we saw what we did in the first one and decided to do something different in our second game.
Yes.
And not come around with the same old BS.
Yes.
We went for it. Ronaldo, I'm going to give my man credit because everybody's always talking smack, including me, about his non-ball passing. But let's be honest, sometimes that's the design of the coach and what the team agrees to.
Yes.
He was passing the ball. He set up multiple shots for success for his team. He was not greedy at all. He had opportunities. He probably could have tried and maybe failed, but he could have tried, but he passed that ball along. Nobody can say anything about him in that last game. We were faster. We were on the ball. Our defense and offense was excellent. Yes. The game pace was interesting from the beginning. And you didn't feel like falling asleep. I remember at one point being 15 minutes in, and I was so hyped up already. I said to you, I'm like, oh my God, we're only 15 minutes in. Yeah. It was an exciting game to watch.
No, Portugal was very, very good in the second.
I felt like we found our rhythm and we learned how to flow together. Unlike your team, which looked like a bunch of really confused rats running in circles with hallucinogenics because there was these imaginary players that they were passing to. But some people are intelligent and learn. And some people are intelligent.
Our team doesn't look like we have a plan. Portugal, the first game didn't look like it looked like their plan was get it high up in the air or pass the ball to Ronaldo. That was the plan.
Again, this strategy has been used before, and it could be from the coach.
And it wasn't leading to anything. No. And then the substitutions happened, and that's when you saw a different Portugal. Mm-hmm. In the second game, Ronaldo did play very well. I thought that he got into open spaces a lot. He needs to stop throwing up his hands like a petulant child when he's doing
because the Italians aren't on the field with this
every time he doesn't get the ball.
Please. From the nation that invented sign language before sign language was a thing. Calm down.
Yes. And as I said, Pepe, let me just talk about Pepe. Pepe's 41 years old. The guy was unbelievable. In the
awesome.
Game. I mean, he was just clearing everything.
And he was everywhere. Every 5 seconds. Pepe, Pepe again. Pepe, Pepe.
Let me just say this. I called the group bad. Turkey played well in this game.
Yeah.
But Portugal just beat them. Turkey was trying to do something.
We had something like 60% ball possession.
No, Turkey Pepe would not let them get anywhere close. They had maybe 1 or 2 chances in the game that were dangerous, but Pepe just wasn't having it. And Bernardo Silva opened up the scoring with a nice goal off a deflection. And then, of course, Portugal got their second own goal of the tournament, scored for them. When a back pass went into the net. How do you get a goal where the team passes the ball back and the goalie goes the other way? So they got 2 own goals, Portugal, and my team's lucky.
Okay, excuse me, but I do also want to note that I did feel that there was a overall emotional depletion with Turkey after that own goal.
Oh, they were done.
You could sense the energy. Yeah. It felt like they were trying to save themselves, but at the same time, they were like, you know what? If we did that to ourselves, maybe we deserve to be out of here.
Yeah.
I don't want to take away from the efforts of the team, especially near the end when they brought in that substitution that he was pretty good. I can't remember his name right now. I apologize. I'm not good with that. That's a man thing. Okay. Ask me about the characters in Bridgerton and I could definitely give you names.
Yes.
But just overall, I just want to give major props to my team from learning, from positive efforts, and I appreciate that Ronaldo shut up a lot of people, including me, in regards to the past Ronaldo thing. We played as a team, we played cohesively, we played with purpose and definite energy, and I'm hoping that we continue with that. And if we do, unlike Italy, we will get past the next round as well, and we won't need to do it eking by on a tie.
Yeah, so let me make this perfectly clear. The Ronaldo pass was brilliant. I thought that's one of the best things I've seen him do in his career, and I'm not even being funny about it, although people think I'm being funny about it. Um, he made the right play. Any person in the world should make that play. If the guy's wide open, you should pass him the ball. But just the fact that it was a Ronaldo became a big thing. Okay, that made it 3-0. Portugal's 2-0. They're going to win the group. They're going to play Georgia, who shouldn't give them any trouble. We'll probably see a lot of substitutions, so they give rest to the players. No, that's what they're going to do. They're going to play the young guys, which they should. They should play as many young guys as they can and beat the hell out of Georgia. So they'll be 3-0. They're going to face the winner. Sorry, not the winner. The third place team from Group A, B, or C. That could be anybody right now. Could be Austria.
It's not going to be Italy because
no,
again, they're going to
second. So
they're going to avoid the bloodbath yet again. The right hands were greased.
Portugal can absolutely win this tournament. I said that in the preview. They are one of the most talented.
He's trying to save himself now so that he doesn't have to sleep.
I'm giving you facts. They're one of the most talented teams in the world. I believe they focus too much on trying to get the ball to Ronaldo and should play a more open game where other guys are shooting, other guys are passing, other guys are trying to do stuff. They go up the left side every single play, and better teams are going to know what they're doing. They've got to be less predictable. I like the formation change by Martinez. He went from 3-5-2 to 4-3-3. That really helped them. It helped them spread out the field more. But when they're going to Leao on every single play on the left side, people are going to predict that. And Leao hasn't been getting the ball to the right guys, and has been sort of a little not very good in the first couple of games. So they're going to have to switch it up and go to the other side a little bit, or put someone in there who can.
Which they did in the second.
They did it in the second half, and that made a difference. Yeah. So I think Portugal needs to be less predictable. They were in the second game. The third game really doesn't matter. So they're going to have to try stuff in that third game going into the next round to see where they're at. Remember, last time they were in the championship in the World Cup, they destroyed Switzerland 6-1 in the round of 16. And then they lost to Morocco.
Different guys.
Well, no, it's mostly the same guys. This is the same Portugal team. Italy changed.
Okay.
Portugal is the same team.
I was lost there.
Ronaldo's still there. All the guys from the last tournament are there.
Your team is different.
Juan Cancelo has been playing the last tournament. He's there. But most of the guys are there. It's the same team. So Portugal going to absolutely win this tournament. They will have to go through some good teams. Spain, to me, has been the best team in the first round. They've been very, very impressive. They finished off 3-0 in their group, beating Albania today. I actually, early on in my preview, I actually picked them to win the tournament, switching to England. Boy, was that a big mistake, because England looks terrible in this tournament. But by Portugal finishing first, they're on the better half of the draw. So they have a really good shot of getting through if they don't lose to another Morocco or Greece or one of these teams they like to lose to. I almost feel like I'd rather Portugal play a really good team than a bad team, because they'll be more engaged. They'll probably take it more seriously. But hey, look, you guys lose to Belgium. You lose to Morocco, and then you blame the refs. So that's all I got to say about that.
I just want to gently remind you that I prepare your food and you fall asleep around me. Hey. You are not safe. You are not safe. Okay?
Okay.
And I think that for once, Toucan Sam, you and the rest of your nation of pelicans, okay, need to recognize that your shit stinks too.
Yes.
Okay. And this year, we're better than you.
You guys have the better team. I don't even deny that. You guys have the better team.
And I will remind you that per our rules of marriage and the many Euros and World Cups that we've been through, No part of Italy may enter Portugal.
That's already has. Have you seen our son? He's in the other room.
And yeah, during the tournament, okay, until your team is out, which will probably be soon, so it won't be that big of a drop.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with my team. I don't believe my team has a chance to win this tournament. I don't think we're a good team. I think Portugal does have a chance. We'll see what happens. Uh, you did mention Ronaldo a little bit. What are your thoughts on him so far in this tournament?
I appreciated the change, like I said, in the second game, and I feel like if they continue with that, that him and the team will do well. And I don't think that him throwing up his hands is a big deal because I don't think it's him being, oh, I missed something or him particularly. Like any player, he's expressing his frustration. Your team is with the and in the referee's face. So I think you need to calm down with that. And everybody gets frustrated, especially when you're moving for a call and you want it.
Any,
So
any other players you like?
um, right now, there's nobody who's sticking out. Actually, what was his name? Number 10 then.
Listen, for all you people who don't know, when the national anthem comes on, I stand like this and I do bum ba da dum ba da dum ba dum ba 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 ba. When she does it, she stands up, looks up and down each player and says, "Cute, ugly butterface, cute, ugly butter." That's what she does.
That.
So when I ask her what player she likes, that's what she does before the game. So that's why I'm asking you who you like. And now you've just forgotten.
Oh, well, no, if we're talking about cuteness factor,
Oh,
right now I have a female heart on for the goalie.
you like the goalie?
Yeah.
You were pointing out the haircuts. You're like, yeah, Ronaldo's haircut's bad. This guy's haircut's good.
The goalie has a nice tuchus.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, she likes what was it, the jaws or something with the cheekbones.
I like high
You like high
cheekbones and square
cheekbones
jaws.
and square jaws. Well, that would explain this. You know, even though I have, Italy blue on.
Sometimes I don't wear my glasses and
So-
I can't see very well. So after a certain, yeah.
This is a person who says that and then points out my bum chin. I think you see fine.
Well, it looks like a crater in the middle of your
Okay.
face, just like that thing on your nose. Look at this. It's an entire starship.
My wife tells me that I shouldn't cheer for losers like the Leafs fans, and yet she cheers for Portugal who's never won a World Cup. So I don't know where you're going with this.
I will again state the fact that the guys who won you your World Cup, they ain't there anymore,
Okay,
buddy.
okay.
And the way the world works is whoever's on top right now. So it doesn't matter.
Like us.
Okay.
We're the defending champs, so we're on top.
No. I mean, and then who's winning right now? So you're losing like losers. So just
We're in.
accept it.
We're in.
You eked by the hair of your nutsack, dude. Calm
Doesn't
down.
matter.
Let's be honest. The only reason you launched off the couch and made that big deal was because you were so relieved that I wouldn't be able to call you a full-on loser, even though it is. Okay,
I
it
scared the
is.
shit out of you.
And the way that you are acting right now is you sound like a Leaf fan. We're good. We're good.
No,
We're
a
in the
Leaf fan would
first
say,
round.
no. A Leaf fan would say we're going to win the Stanley Cup now.
We won a cup 25 million years ago. Like, calm down.
A Leaf fan would say we're winning the Stanley Cup.
Okay.
I know my team's not.
It's about right now. I used to be skinny and pretty, but this is the situation now. So whatever.
Well, you're still pretty.
He's obviously not wearing glasses. Anyway, I'm done. And your team's of losers. Losers.
Hey, we moved on like you guys.
Losers.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
Do
Do you guys play tomorrow?
No, Thursday.
No, you guys play Thursday? No, Wednesday.
Thursday.
You play Wednesday against Georgia.
Okay.
Right? So we'll see what happens. Portugal, assuming they win on Wednesday against Georgia, will be either the first or second best team in the group that is played. So very good. You got through the easy group. That's nice.
Oh my
Right?
God.
We had the group of death.
Okay,
And you guys had the easy.
You have the group of death?
Yeah, we had the group of death.
No, there was no true
Absolutely.
group of death this year.
Okay.
There's no true group
All
of
right.
death.
Well-
That is just something that people make up so they have an excuse for why they're losers.
Hey, your team said you had the group of death in the World Cup.
Oh, no, y'all did. Everybody else did. Oh, Portugal's in the group of death. Portugal's in the group of death. So we're like, oh, we're in the group of death. Okay. No, that's something that losers make up. Okay. Losers.
Well, that was our review of the first few games of the European Championship. We will be back. We're not going to be back after Portugal, Georgia, because that's just a joke of a
We're
game.
gonna come back after Italy is knocked out, and I can sit here and laugh
We will come back after the round of 16 for episode 2 of
You don't remember the title again.
Euro Marriage Smackdown. How the hell do I remember it? Not you. You great.
I remember, but I'm looking at you. You forgot again.
You
What do
came
you
up
have
with the title.
if the Alzheimer's is there already?
You came up with the
If
title.
the Alzheimer's are there already, I'm gone. I'm not doing that.
Okay. All right. So we'll be back then. We hope you enjoyed this. For the mouth of the North, Andrew Reese, and whatever my wife, I don't know, the wife, Michelle Reese, that's what we're going to call her. Okay? We will see you next time on the Reese Report, and hit my music.